Welcome to Fireside with John, the one and only place to get hard-hitting gossip and the best view in Britain. Here's our host, Sir Jonathan R. Kim III.
Oh, why hello. Welcome my good sirs and ladies to my fireside. I have for you today a pair of guests unlike any you have ever heard of before. These two misfits have both endured the ravages of nature to end up where they are today, and have both experienced punishment for their crimes against humanity and God. Our first guest hails from our own fair Isle of Britain. I would like you all to give a sound welcome to the ancient mariner.
Woo! Yeah, mariner!
There was a ship. I should bloody well hope so, or you would have no business being on my show. Please sit down and tell me how you came to be in my company.
Now, where was I?
Oh yes.
There was a ship, and the ship was cheered, and the harbor cleared. Merrily did we drop, below the kirk, below the hill, below the lighthouse top. I be the albatross. Since then, at an uncertain hour, that agony returns. Until my ghastly tale is told, my heart within me burns.
And now a word from our sponsors.
When I was young, mariner, I had a full beard. But in my old age, all my hair has fallen out, and I have become a laughingstock amongst civilians and mariners alike. But then I used Rogaine, and look at me now.
And now back to Fireside with John.
He's dead? Life and death? Punishment? Atonement? Oh my! Welcome back to the Fireside with John. We have as a guest the ancient mariner who has braved many hardships during his life. By the way, nice stash, mariner.
Thanks, John.
You were assaulted by spirits, if I remember correctly, right?
Yes, I committed a horrible sin against God and against man, and was plagued by spirits, and all of my men died while I was forced to live.
Are you saying you would have preferred death to life?
I'm very much saying that. There was no water for days at a time, and I was plagued by demons and spirits of all kinds. There were times when I considered throwing myself into the ocean, but did not have enough strength to stand.
So what kept you alive, even after you recovered your strength?
I was shrieved by a holy hermit, and have since traveled the world spreading my tale of woe, in hopes that others will respect this world and creation more than I, and be spared the punishment I so richly deserved. Stupid Rogaine!
We'll be back.
That was me. What a stiff. Back then, my achy joints made it hard for me to get around. So I tried OsteoBiflex. OsteoBiflex has helped so many renew their joints and their lives. You see, it's not temporary relief. It safely lubricates joints and rebuilds cartilage. So over time, you're more flexible and comfortable. OsteoBiflex from Rexall. Put some life back in your joints.
It's funny you should talk about nature and violating its holy rights. Our next guest is one that is in a very similar predicament as the ancient mariner. He too was plagued by demons and had all those around him die. He also was forced to traverse the cold and desolate regions of this earth as a punishment for his sins. Why don't you come out and tell us for yourself, Victor Frankenstein? It's good to see you, Frankenstein.
You too.
So, Victor, tell us about your experiences.
I would be delighted to, Jonathan. A few years ago, while I was in college, I created a monster using human body parts and an electrolysis machine.
Ha ha! That's quite a way to spend your college years. I must confess, mine were spent in a much more profitable venue.
In a fit of enthusiastic madness, I created a rational creature and was bound towards him to assure, as far as was in my power, his happiness and well-being. This was my duty, but there was another still more paramount to that. My duties towards the beings of my own species had greater claims to my attention, because they included a greater proportion of happiness or misery. Urged by this view, I refused, and I did right in refusing, to create a companion for this first creature. He showed unparalleled malignity and selfishness and evil, destroyed all my friends, beings who possessed exquisite sensations, happiness, and wisdom.
So you're saying that you killed all those around you?
I did not, but my actions caused the death. Even the death of my beloved wife, Elizabeth.
I think we have a picture of Elizabeth. Roll the camera.
Dirty babe, you see these shackles, baby, on this.
What the fuck?
Yes, although my wedding night was disappointing.
Oh. She seems like she would have been pretty good.
Not like that, John. My monster killed her.
Oh.
He possessed me with such a total control that I was unable to protect Elizabeth, and have since been forced to roam the earth in search of the fiend. Much like my comrade, the ancient mariner, I have no rest from the fiends that plague my waking hours, although my dreams are satisfactory.
I should say so with a wife like that.
Yes.
No, I know. I should say so with a wife like that. Hold on, I just rolled my nose like crazy. No, just wait. We can.
I already got up.
What?
I already got up.
Yeah. No, I should say so with a wife like that. Yes. What interests me is the similarity of your situation. You both have sinned against God. Him by killing the albatross, and you by attempting to become God. Then you both were punished with the death of your friends and family. And then you were both plagued by demons, and wandered all throughout the world's most desolate regions, until you were able to confess what you had done and received redemption. Victor, tell us about your redemption.
Well, I met a man in the northern region, and he rescued me from an icy grave, and I told my entire story to him. My soul could not have rested in peace unless I had found Walton on my journey. He was one like myself, in search of something greater than he. We both failed in our pursuits. It is my only hope that others will surpass us in understanding and be able to succeed where we did not. But perhaps, maybe there are things not meant to be trifled with. Maybe in this world, some things are sacred. He tried to take life, whereas I tried to give life, and we were both wrong.
That's an interesting thought, but I think not. Wait until next time. I'm John, and thank you for sitting at my fireplace. As you, my loyal viewers, know, I like to sum things up at the end of every episode. Today, we had two guests, both of whom underwent similar hardships. Without thought, the ancient mariner took the life of one of God's creations, foolishly killing the albatross, while Victor, playing the role of God, carelessly gave life to his own creation. Both acted without thinking, and as a result, both were punished for their actions. It was not until he accepted nature, loved God's creations, and confessed his sins that the mariner came upon better fortunes, although he is still plagued today by the demons of his past, living his life haunted by the constant reminder of death. Similarly, Victor lived his life constantly reminded by the death that surrounded his past actions, forever cursed by his hunger for knowledge. For both of our guests, life has been a story of judgment, punishment, and atonement, and one message has been made clear: respect God and his creation, nature, or pay the consequences. Thank you. This was A Fireside with John. We'll be seeing you next week. Bye-bye.